everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live in my VIP group. I hope you guys love today's project. It is so stinking cute, and we're gonna get to that in just a second. I just have a couple of really quick things. This is we're not going over a ton of things, but we're just gonna go over a couple of things. The first thing I want to make sure to mention is the Sending Hearts Paper Pumpkin Kit. This is January's Paper Pumpkin. If you want to get in on January's Paper Pumpkin Kit, you need to be subscribed by January 10th. This is going to be a card kit. It has 8 cards, and there is an add-on option. You can purchase this little love boxes add-on package starting January 1st. It's only $8, and you get 20 little mini boxes to coordinate with your Paper Pumpkin or in January, not this month, but the January Paper Pumpkin. So it's so cute. I can't wait. The little sneak peek preview they have there is so cute. There's little snails. So it's just going to be so adorable. So if you are not already a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, make sure that you subscribe by January 10th. And then if you want this add-on option, make sure you purchase this starting January 1st. The add-on option, I believe, will only be, while supplies last, starting January 1st. I don't know how many they have. I don't know how popular they're going to be, so I would suggest ordering them sooner rather than later if you do want that add-on kit. All right. Final reminders. The mini catalog and the celebration catalog start in just about a week from tomorrow on January 5th. These go live. If you do not have one, if you are in the United States and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to send you some. You can send me a message, you can send me an email, just let me know, and I would love to get some catalogs in the mail for you. If you're local in the Albuquerque area and you want some, let me know. I'm happy to do some porch drop-offs. Okay, so this is what we're making. Let me move some of our supplies out of the way. This is what we're making. Isn't this cute? You can see that little glossiness on that cake. So this is a little cake box, and I showed these cakes to you. I think it was the week before last week. But look, there's a little Reese's peanut butter cake in there. Let me show you the cakes. These are, I found these in my grocery store. These are Reese's peanut butter flavored cupcakes, and you guys, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna, the family has kind of dug in. I think there's only 2 left in the box, so but they're pretty good, you guys. So these are in the grocery store. On my blog tomorrow, I'll have a blog post with all the information on this this box, and I found these on Amazon too, so you can purchase them on Amazon too. So you can purchase everything on Amazon. But I'm gonna show you how to make this cute box. Look at that cute little angled side. It just hooks onto the box, and then it holds this perfectly. Now, if you can't find these Reese's ones, this box I'm pretty sure will be big enough to hold any little cupcake that you have. And then the belly band slides right on. Isn't that adorable? Now, to make the cupcake, we're actually using, where's my punch? We're actually using the Sweet Ice Cream Bundle. This is new in the mini catalog. This will be in the mini catalog starting January 5th. And there's a punch too. So the punch coordinates with the stamp set. And we're going to make that cake using this punch. But before we get to the belly band part, let's put my punch down. Let's make the actual box itself. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. So our card supplies, let me move our belly band stuff out of the way. Or our box supplies, we're not making a card today. But our box supplies, I'm using 2 pieces of cardstock. I have Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee. And they are both cut to 7 by 7 inches. So they're both 7 by 7 squared. And we're going to pull out our Simply Scored and do some scoring on them. So let me grab that. Pull this out. If you do need to purchase supplies, I have my host code listed up here. It's also in the video description. This host code is only good through Thursday, December 31st though. On January 1st, I will have a new host code, which I will make sure to post everywhere. All right, so we're going to score these the exact same way. So I have my 7 by 7 inch piece of cardstock in here. It doesn't matter which side you start with, it's a square. Well, we're going to go around and score at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. You're going to score it and rotate 1 3/4. And this box is super simple to put together. You can make a bunch of these too. So 1 3/4, and you could use the same color cardstock if you wanted the the lid in the box to be the same color. You can use the same color cardstock. I love the kind of the coordination of the different colors though. And the colors that I chose for this were based on that cupcake. Okay, while we have our Simply Squared out, I am going to do one thing. I've already punched a little ice cream, and I'm just going to stick this in here, and I'm going to go through and just score this kind of every score line here. Doesn't have to be super perfect. This is actually going to be our little cupcake wrapper on our box. So let me pull that in. So this is actually our little cupcake wrapper down here. So I just want to add some little texture to that. So I've just gone ahead and scored that every 1/4 inch there, or every 1/8 of an inch. I think we just did every score line. Every groove, just hit that. Okay. All right, so we have that. We're going to move that out of the way. We'll come back to this little scored piece, but I don't want to get my Simply Scored out again. Okay, so we have our pieces. Let me grab scissors and a bone folder here. We're going to start with the bottom of the box. So I'm going to burnish on all of those score lines all the way around, and we're going to put this box together super simply. So because it's a square, it doesn't matter which side you start on, just choose one side, and you're going to cut up the score line on one side. You're going to do that to both of them. And I'm actually just going to kind of cut that score line out. So I'm just going to come in and just slightly notch. Okay. Just kind of cut it at a slight angle. And then you're just going to cut off that corner. Just go from that score line to the corner down here. You're basically just cutting it off. That's just going to reduce a lot of the bulk on our box. So flip it over, do the exact same thing to the other side here. By cutting out the score line, sometimes that score line just, I don't know, it just kind of gets in the way. So we're just cutting it out. And I always cut out my score line when I do boxes. I always try to make sure that score line gets cut out. Okay. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Ours was very quiet. We didn't, well, I mean, quiet in terms of it was just the 4 of us, but we did a ton of stuff. The kids got a new basketball hoop in the backyard, so we spent all day Christmas assembling the basketball hoop. Okay, so this is what the bottom of your box looks like. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and assemble it before we do anything else. I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus because that is the easiest right now. Hello. But you could use Tombow or tear and tape, whatever you want to use. You could use that. And my Stampin' Seal Plus is like ripping my cardstock. What is going on? So, okay, hello. We are going to, I'm going to use some tear tape because that stuck to my finger. Come on, get off. We're going to use some tear tape because my Stampin' Seal Plus is like ripping my, let me find my tear and tape. Here it is. It's like ripping my cardstock. It's so sticky, guys. I love our Stampin' Seal Plus, but it gets so sticky. It's so sticky, which is good. You want it to be sticky because you don't want it to come apart. Okay, I think this side is okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and peel these off. I'm gonna use my scissors. I've tear tape still stuck on my finger. I think it's almost out, and I think that with the Stampin' Seal and the Stampin' Seal Plus, I think it has a tendency to start misbehaving when you start getting close to the end. At least that's what my experience has been. Okay, so I'm going to fold those over. Anything that's hanging over the edge, just make sure you fold them over. Then you're just going to take this cut line and that score line and just match them up. Okay, so this is the bottom of our box. Just your basic box template. Very simple. Very easy to do. Okay, so that's the bottom. I'll make sure you press that down real good. All right, now the top of our box, we're going to do something a little bit different. Similar, but different. So go ahead and burnish on all those score lines. And on one side we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to cut out that score line, and then we're going to cut off the corner. You can just kind of trim the corners on each side if you don't want to take off that whole corner, but we're kind of just taking away some of the bulk, and it just, if your score lines are not exact, there won't be anything hanging over the top, if that makes any sense. So that's going to go together just like that. Now on this tab, I'm going to take my 1.5 inch punch, and I'm just going to punch a little finger notch in the middle, just like that. Move our trash out of the way. Now on the opposite side, all we're going to do is cut off these squares on this side. Okay, so you're just cutting them off completely. We don't need those squares. And then, so we're almost done trimming, and then we're going to cut, and I'm going to get you can use your paper cutter for this. I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors, but I'm going to grab my big scissors so I can do this in one cut. You're going to cut from this score line at a diagonal up to that score line, or up to the corner up there. So you're just going to cut this just like that at an angle. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on this side. Cut this way, just like that. Okay, so that is the lid of our box all trimmed up. Move all my trash out of the way. Now the only place that we're going to put adhesive, the only place we need to assemble right now is just right here. So let me grab my tear and tape. Put a little bit of adhesive here. My scissors. You can use your take a pick tool to remove these backings too. My scissors are already out, so we're just going to adhere those together. Just like that. And this will go on the box. It doesn't matter which is the front, it's a square, so it'll fit on just like that. Perfect. Isn't that cute? So now we just need to put some adhesive, tear tape right now, on this side, on the back of the box, and that will adhere it to your box, and that will make your whole box. So super cute. You can really modify this for anything. This would be a great birthday party favor. This would be a great anything, really. So we're gonna stick our box just like that, and then this will just fold right down over the back just like that. So now we have our little hinged lid box that is multicolored. Isn't that cute? It's so adorable, and it's super simple. Just some fancy trimming, really. And you get that fun angled look. I just love that. Okay, so now we have our box. Let's put our little cake in our box. And we're going to make our belly band. Okay, move all this out of the way. Okay, so for our belly band, I have a piece of DSP, and this is new. This is new Celebration DSP. This is Flower and Field DSP, and it is gorgeous. These patterns are just, they are beautiful. There's florals on one side, and then there's nice basic prints on the other side. Leaves. This is one we're using. This one I love, those chevron prints. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful. You can only earn this free with a qualifying order during Celebration. We're using that Bumblebee polka dot print, and we're just going to wrap this around. And so wrap it around just like this. And I'm just pinching on those sides. And I want my seam to be at the top because we're going to cover that up. And so that way you have a nice clean bottom. So once you get that all wrapped, just come through my bone folder and just kind of sharpen those lines with your bone folder. So you guys will have to let me know what your plans are for New Year's Eve. We don't usually do anything for New Year's Eve, but especially this year we're not doing anything. We got no plans. And that will just wrap around just like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape, a little piece right here, and that will hold our belly band closed. I'm only adhering the the belly band to the belly band. We're not adhering the box to the box, but that will slide on and off just like that. Our New Year's Eve plans, I think, will just, we're not night owls. We go to bed pretty early, so we're probably going to bed early. That's our plan. All right, let's do all of the stamping. Let me bring this back in. Okay, so I've already pre-cut. I've cut this label out of the Hippo and Friends dies. These are the Hippo and Friends dies. I've used that largest square type label up here. This is one of my absolute favorite die sets. I've used these labels a ton. So even if you don't get that Hippo stamp set, you should get this for the labels because they're amazing. And then I have a scalloped, and this is in Bumblebee, and then I have a scalloped cinnamon cider, and then just a plain, very, very vanilla circle. And that one I use the layering circles dies. Another must-have. Basic shapes are always great to have. And then for my greeting piece, this is 1 by about 2.5. 1 by 2.5. We're going to do a little bit of trimming on this, so it doesn't have to be exact. But let's do our stamping. I need a piece of scrap paper. Where's my to-do list? Here it is. I'm looking for my to-do list. That's what I've been using for scrap paper. So we are going to do some stamping on these two. On the vanilla and the Bumblebee, we're going to stamp all those little sprinkles. So let's start with the Bumblebee sprinkles. So on the Bumblebee label, I'm going to stamp it from the top right down to the bottom left. And this middle part's going to be covered, so I'm not even going to worry about that. So I'm going to skip that, go right down to the bottom left. We have some sprinkles stamped on that. So cute. Now on this one, stamping them all over. If they overlap, that's okay because we're going to be stamping 3 different colors of sprinkles, so some of them will overlap. I'm going to clean this off using my Simply Chamois. We're going to pull out a different color. We're going to go to Pumpkin Pie now. Let's see where I'm going to put this. I'm going to Pumpkin Pie. We're going to do the same thing. Make sure this is dry. And just if there's any big spaces that I missed, I'm just going to try to get those. Okay, I'm going to clean that off. And we're going to do the same thing with cinnamon cider. So close up my pumpkin pie. Pull in cinnamon cider. And just bring in a few of these. We don't want to kind of overwhelm these, but just a few. Look at that cute little sprinkled covered piece of paper. Okay, now for our greeting, move this out of the way. For our greeting, we're going to use this, what do we say, 1 by 2.5 inch piece, and I'm just going to stamp the greeting from that stamp set. It says treat yourself. Oh man, let's see if I can get this straight. That's not too bad. And we'll close that up. That's all of our stamping. Okay, so we're going to set all, well, let's go ahead and glue these together because then we won't lose anything. Okay, I'm going to get my Stampin' Seal. This is just the regular Stampin' Seal. Not the plus. This goes, the vanilla one goes on the cinnamon cider one, and the cinnamon cider goes on the little label from that Hippo and Friends. Cute, right? Okay, this one, our greeting, I do want to flag the ends a little bit. So I'm going to put this in my Banners Pick-a-Punch. This is carrying over, so if you didn't get a chance to get this, the Banners Pick-a-Punch will still be available. I'm just going to flag that end, and then we'll set that aside. Okay, now let's work on our little cupcake. All right, so we scored, we have our pumpkin pie piece that we scored, and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer because I want these sides to be nice and straight, and I am just cutting, the sides off as kind of as straight as I can, and then I'm just going to cut the bottom here. And that makes, you can also do that with scissors, you can do it with your other paper trimmer, any paper trimmer you have, and that makes our little cupcake holder, our cupcake liner. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I need the other punch. We're going to, in cinnamon cider, we're going to punch another little ice cream top, and this will go behind here, and we'll just trim off anything that hangs over. So I hope that makes sense. And I have a piece of early espresso, and we're going to punch another one of these as well. And we're going to do a little bit of trimming on that one too. All right. For my stem, for my cherry stem on here, I'm going to just punch part of it, just the top part. And I'm just going to move it up just a little sliver. And this is all I want, just that little sliver piece. That's all I want for my cherry stem. And again, we're just going to do a little trimming on that in a minute. And that is all we need for our ice cream punch. For our cherry, I'm going to grab one more punch. This is the Dog Builder punch. And I'm going to punch that heart. That's going to make our little cherry on top. Okay, so that's all of our punching. Let's do some trimming. So on our early espresso piece, I'm just going to go through and just trim just to look like little frosting. I just trimmed a little wavy end. Let's adhere this to a little cupcake. So we're going to adhere the wrapper, the little cupcake poking up, and anywhere that the cupcake is overhanging, just going to go through and just trim off just like that. So you have your little cupcake. Don't get rid of your stem. And then this will be the frosting that goes on top, just like that. Super cute, right? Yeah. Okay, let's glue this down. I'm actually going to use a little bit of my Tombow glue. Just stick that on there. And we're going to glue this down. And I'm going to make it sparkle and shine. I'm using some shimmery crystal effects. And I'm just going to squeeze this onto my cupcake. And when this is dry, it'll be clear and glittery and a little bit dimensional. It'll be real glossy. So super cute. Okay. Perfect. Now for our little cherry, I'm just going to kind of trim off the point there, just so it makes like a little flat bottom. And we're going to stick the stem on. I'm going to trim this off. Don't need, just need about half of it. And just a little bit of glue on the bottom half of that. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. Just lift up that cherry, stick it on there. And while this is still wet, I'm just going to drop my cherry right on top. Just like that. There's our cute little cupcake. Now this will take a little bit to dry, but we're going to still go ahead and assemble. We'll just have to wait for that to completely dry. Okay, I'm going to pull this in so we know what we're making here. Where's my dimensionals? Some dimensionals here, back of my greeting. And I'm just going to stick this on just like that. Our little cupcake's going to go on this side, just like that. I'm going to stick a dimensional right here next to my label so that it lays nice and flat. I'm going to stick that on, just be careful with that icing up there. And then I've already pre-tied my linen thread bow, and there's already a glue dot on it, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle through that. This is just going to get tucked in and right under our greeting. I just stuck my finger in that. That's okay. I didn't mess it up. It's still okay. It's good. Okay, perfect. Isn't that cute? All right. Now this goes onto our box. A couple dimensionals right in the middle to hold it on. And this goes right on top. There you go. Pull all my trash out of the way. Isn't that cute? So depending on how you trim your little cupcake liner and cake, they may look a little different. This one's a little wider, shorter and fatter kind of, and this one is taller, but still cute, still delicious either way. So that is my cute little project for you guys today, my cute little box. That one's still drying, so we'll take this one off. Has the super cute little cake inside. Super fun. Now, I will be back on Thursday at the same time. No, Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday. Wednesday at the same time at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Put this back on. 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and I'm going to show you guys this super cute little box. Okay, so you'll have to come back on Wednesday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time to see that one. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys are getting crafty this week. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and invite them to join my VIP group. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Or not, I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'll see you guys later. Bye.